at the radio reunion. It's Flash Phelps and the Funny Farm.
I gotta get a fork. Brian, come on. I wish we had that logo. Do you have the logo with you? Right down the street.
I might.
Oh my gosh.
We can ride together. Well, come on. Please, 9:20.
Look at this.
Okay.
I decided to go ahead and do my best for America because it is fun, but I can make it. Is it funner? More fun. We're going to make America more PHUN, and that's it. And Brian put together this logo to make it so American, and this is my 20th year. Thanks to Art Vuolo, I got into XM, as you know. It was 19 years ago. I completed 19 years, and now I'm my 20th year. So I'm doing the whole thing for 2020, and the year goes into 2020. So I'm making America fun again. So I'm having a great time out here. Brian, thank you so much for this logo. We need to get this on more people. We can do that.
Let me bring up the Mayor Pro Tem here of Novi, David South.
So I bring up another politician. I have a very interesting story, and it all started with Lee Allen about 25 years ago when he and I met. We got involved in the Dream Cruise together, and he said, you know, I worked at this thing called the Vuolo Casino out in Novi where you live. And I'm like, where is that? So he brought me over, and as a result, I spent about 15 years trying to convert that piece of land into a park. And if you go there now where the Vuolo Casino and the amusement park used to be, we have the most beautiful park with a pavilion that's in the shape of the old Vuolo Casino. Now I want to introduce a good friend in Oakland County, our Oakland County Sheriff, Michael Bouchard.
Welcome. How about that? I'm Mike Bouchard. I'm the Oakland County Sheriff, so welcome to Oakland County. If you're not living here now, move back. We have realtors. Things are going well. Dream Cruise. You know, we got all these amazing people from our memories and our days gone by that are here. So thanks for coming. Have a blast. Do burnouts in the parking lot. No, I'm just kidding. We did that at Dream Cruise. We had plenty of those. So I'm glad you're here. Have fun. Walk down memory lane. I just enjoyed chatting with a number of folks that I remember and grew up with. Denny McLean lived down the block when he was world champion, and that was kind of cool. I had some great memories when he was in the neighborhood and I was a kid, and had a chance to reminisce with him. So that's what these things are great for. You get a chance to see people, have some memories, and that's what it's all about in life, making memories and loving people. Have a great day.
Okay, everybody gets a ticket. We want to introduce to you now someone that you've probably never heard of. He's a wonderful new talent named Lee Allen.
I wasn't going to talk so early, but as unaccustomed as I am to speaking, where's Eric Smith? Where is Eric's? Come up here, please. I've known Eric, here he is. God bless him. I know that face. Actually, I know the face before you did because I think you were spinning some of the records at Vuolo Casino.
A couple of times.
And on Club 1270, he was the guy that ran the music up in the control room.
Yeah. Before I became rich and famous.
That's right. Before you became rich and famous?
Yeah.
A few months ago, Eric did a wonderful thing and contacted the Michigan Association of Broadcasters. And so this afternoon, he's presenting something very special from the MAB, and he's going to read it for you.
Thanks, Lee.
It's a letter from them.
Yeah, this is the gang that we all respect from the Michigan Association of Broadcasters. All of us who did some radio or TV have an affinity for those who watched over our industry for all these years. And I am pleased to send their regards, and I'll read them to you, Robin, because they're for you, brother. Dear Robin, congratulations on the celebration of your birthday. May your days be filled with laughter, with love, and of course, endless happiness. as your life moves on now toward the century mark. A century. We would like to thank you, and I'm speaking for the Michigan broadcasters, we would like to thank you for your many years in the broadcast industry. You were a pioneer in those early days of rock radio when we were all rocking with Robin, and a team favorite when you brought Swingin' Time to still another audience in another broadcasting medium. Robin, you made some history, brother. Just behind the microphone, not just behind the microphone, but also in front of the cameras. And that's quite an accomplishment. Please accept these warm wishes and thoughts on your visit to Detroit and the wonderful reunion you will be sharing with your many media friends and colleagues on September 14th, 2019. From all of your friends, past and present, from the Michigan Association of Broadcasters, a hearty, well done. Robin?
There are two kinds of people. There are those who are Jewish and those who want to be Jewish. No, there's two kinds of people. There are those who work in Detroit and those who wanted to be here. Now, you know, I'm from the other mistake on the lake, Buffalo. And everybody from Buffalo always comes here. Don't ask me why. I came here, and of course, you know, we were preceded in the first move by Tom Clay, who became Jack the Bellboy. Let me tell you a little. He has a star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and Stevie Wonder came from Detroit and put everything in it with him. Here, say hello to everybody.
Well, hey, listen, I got to tell you something. It's just great being here, even though I never did work in Detroit. I always worked in San Diego and then Los Angeles for about 20 years, and now I'm on Sirius Satellite Radio 60s on 6 in the nighttime here in Detroit, 7 to midnight. And I got to tell you, I'm just having a ball. I loved meeting a lot of the fans, and of course I love the radio people here too, but the fans are the most important people in my life. And Chucky Baby and Curly Q, they've been listening to me for years. Oh, I do a sound. You better believe it, playback. Been doing that for years. I did that. I'm doing that on Sirius. Did on KCBQ. I did it on K Earth 101 in Los Angeles, and I had some TV shows, and I was excited to meet Bozo because yes, there you go, Art. I love you, baby. We gotta talk. Anyway, I did a kid show, Words of Pop, and it was nationally syndicated in the 70s, and I won 2 Emmys for that show, and I was so proud to work with kids. And then later on, I worked back to San Diego, and I was a cartoon host for 12 years on the KUSI Kids Club. So, hey, Art, I know what you've gone through. We love our kids. And I'm not embarrassed when a grown adult comes up to me and says, Shotgun, when I got home from school, I used to watch you on TV. That was great.
Okay, now you have to sing Happy Birthday to Robin.
Is it Robin's birthday?
Oh, yeah. Come on,
Oh, it is.
We love, I know this is out of the demographic, but we love Frank Sinatra, don't we? Yeah.
I talked about you on my radio show. Did you see that?
You look like a rabbi.
I know a lot of people say that. And by the way, I lived in the Fairfax district for 20 years in Los Angeles.
Oh, really?
So they thought I was a rabbi.
Yes.
You know. So, Robin,
yes.
Even though it's not your birthday, I'm going to sing a happy birthday song for you.
What's with the birthday bit?
I don't know. They just like to hear me sing, I guess, right? Is that anyway, here's a bit. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to sing a song for you right now. It's very near and dear to my heart. It's a marvelous rendition of a song written by Jimmy Van Heusen with arrangement by Don Costa. And it goes something like this. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Robin, you cuckoo kind of guy. Happy birthday to you. Good night, everybody. I'm going to the bar.
Robin is so, you know, this is the guy that I want to be when I get into radio again. All right, listen. On that satellite system of XM, there's another guy named Flash Phelps, and he's here today. He's wonderful. That's the morning guy, Mr. Geography. Flash, where are you? Is he here? And then there's another wonderful guy here who's from Detroit, and I would say Pat St. John. Pat St. John. And the surprise, there we are, good Pat, wonderful. And my favorite New York guy, Jim Kerr, is right over here. Jim is unbelievable. He has done so much for this is a guy that has a Detroit heart. He came to New York and he gave everybody, anybody, any charity, any society. This is the guy who has really been the heartbeat of New York City. And he's from here. He got it here. And he took it to New York for us. Thank you very much, Jim. You're great. And then there's Jerry Goodman, who is the love child of Martha Jean and Mayor Coleman. Jerry's great. Mr. Keener Wiener.
Hey, listen, let me tell you something. We all survived the big reunion, the last reunion they said it was. Well, we'll see. It may have been. I don't know how many more we can take. But now we're all over the next day on Sunday, the fun day, at Michael Seltzer's house before we all progress over to my house to do a live radio show from my basement. That's going to be incredible. So it was a fun time that we were here, and I just wanted to let you see some of the people. I'm Art Vuolo, and some of the people who were here at Mike's big afterglow party the next day. So there. As you can see, there are people all over the place. There's Robin Seymour talking to Warren Pierce from WJR. And there's Dennis Coffey munching on some kosher wieners. and everything like that. So let's see who else we can find as we pan around the room. All right, hey.
Radio's best friend, ladies and gentlemen.
This guy, I've almost known since he worked at the then 10-watt WSHJ at Southfield High School.
That's right.
That's all it had was 10 watts.
I know.
But it had ABC News.
Believe me, I know. My dad could hear me in the parking lot picking me up.
Then you also have a format clock and everything, and ABC News. It was like
at SHJ? No, they threw me in there. I could play anything I wanted for,
really?
for 3
it was
hours.
after you left that they did all that.
Yeah, right.
Because I know there was a guy that was running it, Bob Snedden. Who he wanted to make it like a real professional station and teach these kids the real way to do radio.
Oh, that's too bad.
It would scare them, I would think.
Yeah.
Well, listen, and you're on the 60s, right?
That's right.
And what time are we hearing Pat St.
You
John?
know that.
I know, but this is for the benefit of those watching the video.
I don't want to talk about me.
Oh, come
on.
3
to 7 Eastern.
3 to 7 Eastern.
Live across North America.
And you have your own little studio. I've been there, and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
No toilets, no running water.
I live 100 feet from my house.
I know,
man.
so you just walk in, you put on Inagata Davida.
No, I can do it with I Can't Explain by the Who. I can do that. My wife was saying when we moved out here, she went, we got to put a bathroom out there. I said, no, I can come in the house. That's okay.
Yeah, he's on the north side of San Diego, so he's live from San Diego. Well, Shotgun, who's actually from San Diego, he does the show from Hollywood. Go figure,
These are radio secrets, man.
Radio secrets, how they all are so close together. So.
I know.
Well, we're glad you made it.
I'm glad I made it, too.
And your brother, too.
My brother made it. I hadn't seen
Michael
him in a long
Stevens.
time.
I know. Well, I hope you're having a good time with him. We'll talk to him in a few minutes.
Please do.
All right, very good. Thanks, Pat. Here's another celebrity from the Dick Burton Show. He did voices for Dick for years, and it's Joe Nune. How you doing, Joe?
Well, I don't know who Joe Nune is. I'm the former president of the Screen Actors Guild. That's what it is.
And he also did the best Coleman Young impersonation.
I was the former mayor of the city of Troy, Coleman A. Young.
That's right.
And A stands for 8 Mile. And I told the crooks to hit 8 Mile when I took office. And the only one that left was Bill Bond.
There you go. We're still looking for him.
That's right. And one more thing. I've been living in the great beyond for over 20 years now. And I can tell you from personal experience that heaven is a lot hotter than I thought it would be.
There's the truth. Thanks a lot, buddy. Now I'm with the man that was the reason behind why we're all here. And I'm going to get a real big thrill because according to him and his boss, which is his daughter, Deb,
yes.
he's going to actually come over to my house for at least a half an hour, and then we're going to tuck him into bed because they got a flight. What time's your flight in the morning?
I don't know, about 8 o'clock, something like
7 o'clock, I think.
7 o'clock.
You take off at 7, so you're going to be in bed by real early tonight, okay?
I think maybe I'll just stay up.
Yeah, it'd be early for it.
If it's at your place, probably you have to stay up.
Well, it's going to be a thrill just to have him see my place. That's all. I don't think you've ever been to my house. I don't believe so.
I've never been invited.
Well, you're invited now, darn it.
All right, okay.
So we had a big party yesterday. We had over 400.
That's what I understand,
Yeah, so it was really better than we thought it was going to come off. And you were terrific. You don't know how to take a bad picture, do you?
Thank you.
So photogenic.
Really?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
You were terrific. What was your best memory from yesterday?
The best memory from everybody, of all the people, with all the nice things they had to say, I became overwhelmed, honestly, that...
I would have cried, but you held it together.
I held it together. I came close one time. I came close with my buddy Art Servey being there. Who he was.
Art Servey was Bozo the Clown.
And before that, my producer and the coordinator for the show, and very, very good friends, and still are very close. It's like a brother. But that was great seeing him. But mainly the people, that all the nice things that they said. I was overwhelmed, Art, really.
You know, one of the people that was really excited to see Art Servey was my friend Shotgun Tom Kelly from Sirius XM, because he did a kids show, and we're going to talk to him in a little bit, and he'll tell everybody about how excited he was to see Art.
Great, good.
So,
what else?
Well, I just hope you're going to have a really good time, and thank you for being a part of this little video.
Thank you very much, Art. You're a good guy. Everybody loves you. That's the truth. And thank you.
We'll be bobbing with Robin for the rest of our life. All right.
Keep
God
doing
bless.
it. I'll be back in 5 years.
All right. Now look who we found. It's Big Al, not as big as he used to be.
You know what? I am in awe because I got started when I was 40 years old with Dick Burton. That's when he hired me. So I am not worthy. I'm not worthy.
Dick was here, but he had to leave early.
I saw him, yes.
We're hoping maybe he'll
two
be
ships
back to my house later. We're going to move this whole party over to my house.
Will there be more food?
Yes, all the leftovers
All
here
right,
are going over to my
good.
house.
No, it's an honor to be amongst these historic, fabulous personalities that I got a chance to do later in life. So I'm a fan. I don't feel worthy.
What was your most famous voice when you were working with Dick Burton?
It was probably when Bill Clinton was real popular.
You did a good
George
Bill.
W.
W?
Yeah.
You guys had W, right.
But now you can't do political anymore because people get too upset. So the political stuff was always the fun stuff. Yeah.
Well,
and then we made up stuff, of
I'm
course.
glad to have you here.
I'm honored you're interviewing me.
Well, oh my God,
this is going to be deleted. I'm certain it's going to be deleted.
It's not going to be deleted.
Who is that?
Now it's time to make the picture a little prettier than it was up till this point.
So cute.
As we have two of the astounding females here. It is Lori and Terry. Lori helping host the party, married to Mike Seltzer, who owns this house along with Lori. And, of course, Terry Holmes Barbarito back in her radio days.
WLLZ.
Yeah, where were you in radio? What station were you?
WLLZ 98.7 back in the day.
The original Wheels.
The original Wheels, that's where I was. Right.
Where were the studios in those days?
When I first started there, they were in Linden and Livernois down in Detroit.
Oh, they were?
They were for a year and a half.
Curve.
Wyoming Curve. And then we moved out to 14 and Orchard Lake, Farmington Hills.
In Hunter's Square.
Hunter's Square, that's
Right.
where we were, yep. And that's when Lori and I became best
Oh,
friends.
really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What year are we talking?
Oh my gosh. 81.
Was it that far back?
1981 is when I met Michael
Okay.
at our WLLZ party because he was a client.
Just a few years ago.
Well, so how many people do you think we're going to have here today?
I don't know. When Michael said 100, I go, really? You really think 100? I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm happy. I'm happy that everybody's here. I'm happy that everybody's having fun. I'm so enjoying listening to all of these radio guys with each other. And the stories they have, and actually meeting them in person is a bonus for me.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. It's just wonderful.
And the admiration that they all have for each other has just been a wonderful thing to see. The respect and the admiration, and I've loved it. I've loved being a part of it this weekend.
It's amazing.
Off the chart. Wow.
It's amazing.
Well, thank you very much. I'm
Thank
glad
you,
we could be
Art.
here.
Okay.
All right. All right. We keep finding more and more stars all the time. Yeah. Hey, it's Casey Kasem.
Well, yes, sir, it certainly is. I stopped by here to talk about my alma mater, Wayne State University.
That's great.
Commonly known as the Harvard of the Lodge Freeway.
There we go. Well, Kevin O'Neill, you do that so well.
Well, God bless you, Art.
And you're now a part of the Mitch album?
Yes, I am. Every afternoon, 5 till 7, News Talk 760, WJR.
Well, you say your W's just like a professional.
I have a lot of practice.
You're not from the South, are you? You're not from WJR.
I'm very honored not only to have worked in this great town since 1980, on and off.
More off than on. I'm just kidding.
But to still be on the air every day, it's a real honor. It's a privilege.
Yeah, Mitch is paying him out of his own pocket, so he gets a quarter an hour. I think 25 cents, or is it up to 50
I'm working
cents?
on it.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. And it should be a lot of fun. I'm sure you tune in if you're within the signal, or you just get it online.
You can get it online, WJR.com.
That's right.
But majority of our listeners still do the old-fashioned, like me.
On the old radio.
Yeah, the old
AM
the
radio.
dial. Yeah.
Well, AM is still alive and well.
Yes,
it's
it
about
is.
to hit 100 years this year.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you for everything you do. You're
thank
amazing.
You. And you know who else is here? I just discovered that if the cameraman backs up just a hair, we will speak to Mike Osterman, who's
Hi,
my
Art.
good luck charm for all the Michigan football games.
Go Blue.
Go. That's right. And we had a bye week this week, so no game.
No game, but I went to go see Western Michigan.
Oh, did
does,
you?
Does that count?
Did they win or lose?
They won 57-10.
Fantastic.
They
Who did
beat Georgia State, who beat Tennessee. So I
That's
guess Western's better than Tennessee this year.
He's my good luck. He's my good luck charm. So anyway, so we you know who else is here? And we have to talk to him before he has to head home to do a show tomorrow morning.
That would be Flash Phelps,
That's
Sirius
right.
XM 60s on 6.
You want to introduce him?
Absolutely.
Here's
Flash.
Yeah, we just said here's Flash.
Wow.
We gave you quite an introduction there.
I didn't even hear the introduction. I bet it was good. Was it
me,
fast?
it's good.
Usually you say nice things.
Yes, I try. This
Yeah.
is my favorite guy. Helped him get the job back almost 20 years ago.
It was, 19 and a half years ago. It was Art who took a video. To this day, I don't even know what the video is because Art said, I'm putting together a video. I saw this website, xmradio.com. You did.
Yeah.
And you told me about it. And I said, I didn't even think it was possible to be able to be heard everywhere. I said, what do I need to do, Art? And Art said, well, all you have to do is just go with me. I'm going to put together a video. He sent the video. I get an email from Dave Logan.
Yes.
And the email says, you're our kind of nut, but we're not hiring till the fall of 2000. This is May 2000. Well, by July, I had taken a job in Indiana, back in Fort Wayne again.
And your third time around.
So I was in Fort Wayne 4 days, and then Art's trying to get a hold of me. He was at the Conclave. This is July of 2000. You find me, and you said you need to go to and talk to these people from D.C.
That's right.
They flew me in after 4 days on the air, and they said,
You
we
never
already
flew out, did you?
No, well, I did. They actually sat me down and I started telling them about how terrible the last 17 years of trying to do radio was.
Because nobody understood this, man. Nobody got your act.
And they said to me, they go, we already know all about you. We want to know if you want to come do this. And I said, well, can I go back and think about it? And there was nothing to think about. But I said, I'll let them know on Tuesday. Did you know by Monday they called the radio station looking for me? Do you want it? We're sending out the papers. 4 weeks later, I started, and that was August 21st, 2000. And then 13 months later, we went on the air, and I've been the only person in the morning on 60s on 6.
All this time.
Yeah.
And one of only 5 people. You're the only one out of 5 people that I got hired in there.
And only
It's
the one that's
still there.
left. Yes.
Yeah.
You know, when after the merger, there were 40 of us left. I think it was 36 in programming, and there were about 400.
Yeah, the merger took a heavy toll on the Washington, D.C. side,
Yeah.
which was the XM side, because Sirius was based in New York, and,
Yeah.
New York thinks they're the center of the universe, so therefore that we don't need Washington, D.C. What are we going to do with those guys? And yet he's the only one actually coming from a studio. Everybody else is doing it out of home studios.
Yep.
So people are sending him gifts all the time.
Oh, my
It's
chair
absolutely
is
unbelievable.
full of just a lot of different presents. Because I talk about how much
Okay.
I love minor league baseball.
We got to go inside now and see what's happening.
Oh,
We're at
let's
the
do
party.
it.
Okay.
All right.
2 birthdays.
One is Robin Seymour, who is 93.5 years of age today.
93.5. It's WHMI in Howell.
And and look at this other cake here.
It's radio's best friend.
God,
Vuolo's birthday.
we almost didn't get this because of. Well, don't drop the cake. Oh my God! All right. All right. Well, this is unbelievable.
93.5.
Do I have to blow them out? Is that the idea?
Yes, you can. Well, make a wish.
You back up a little there.
We're gonna sing happy birthday. We'll do it after.
All
right, Robin.
Happy
birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Robin. Happy birthday to you.
And many more. Do you love it?
Yes, yes.
And now, well, somebody should take the microphone. So
Every time I turn around, there's a microphone.
Okay. Who can be the Tim.
What am I doing?
I guess it's my turn.
Uh-oh. To you. Happy birthday to you.
Much too old.
Happy birthday, dear Art.
You're gonna make me cry.
Birthday to you.
74. Can you believe it? 74. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh my God. Oh Lord. This is incredible. You got to put that over on the table? All right. Clear a space. Let her through. All right. He's going to sing happy birthday to both of us, even though yours is coming up in several months.
7 months.
7 months. You don't push it, right? Is that what you're saying? I can understand. And we're going to give the mic to a Shotgun, and he's going to do his famous happy birthday.
Well, you know, I did it yesterday for Robin, and I was talking to so many people, so I hope my voice is there.
It's okay if it's a little gravelly. That'll make
Yeah.
it all that
Oh,
better.
yeah. I'll
Okay, if I stand here?
Yes.
Please do.
Yesterday they pushed me off the stage.
They did. They shouldn't do that.
No, it's okay. It's all right.
So anyway, well, Pat St. John really remarked on how wonderful I was as a singer. So I just don't. Oh, I don't want to let him down today. So here we go. I'm going to do a song for you right now, written by Jimmy Van Heusen, with arrangement by Don Costa. And it goes something like this. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Robin and Art, you cuckoo kind of guys. Happy birthday to you. Hey, good night, everybody.
What an incredible cake this is. Unbelievable. With the football, radio's best friend. And here's Robbins. There's another close-up of Robbins, 93.5. Halfway to 94. Unbelievable. And look who I just found, one of the original key men of music on WKNR back in the day. It's you. It's Jerry Goodwin, for crying out loud.
What?
Who after years in Top 40 radio says enough of this crap.
That's right.
And you went over to Freeform.
Yeah.
Did you go to WKNR FM for a while?
I was one of the founders of KNR FM with Russ Gibb and John Small and
Uncle Russ.
Danny Carlisle. Yeah, exactly.
God, we just lost this past year.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
And as Bob Green said, he went over to the dark side. I went over to the dark side.
And you went over to WABX.
Oh yeah, now that was one of the highlights of my life, doing freeform radio, going from a format of 31 records to a format of 3,000 albums. You know, I thought, wow.
Right. And where are you living these days?
I live in Boston, which is my hometown actually.
Really? You're from there originally?
I graduated high school from Boston, went into the Air Force, lived all over the country and did radio, started radio in Mississippi, then Texas, and then Miami, and then Detroit. I didn't get back to Boston for about 20 years.
But you pronounce your R's. How can you be from Boston when you pronounce your R's?
Because it took me 25 years to lose. Let me tell you a story, my friend. I worked very hard on losing my Boston accent, and I have a story for you. I was in Biloxi, Mississippi, on the air doing a jazz show, and I'm sounding like one of the Kennedys, for God's sake, and here we are. And I got a phone call in the middle of the night, 3 o'clock in the middle of the night, and the guy says,
you ain't from here, are you?
No, well, it was worse than that, my friend. He said, you disc jockey? I said, yeah. Let me ask you something. Where the hell are you from? and I said, oh, well, well, I'm a Yankee. He said, well, hell, I know that. He said, where the hell are you from? Well, I said, I'm from Boston. And he said, Boston, is that Boston, Massachusetts? And I said, that's close enough, my friend. Thank you very much.
Oh, man,
that was it. And that was my realization. I'm a stranger in a strange land, and it's time to get rid of my Boston accent. So for the longest time, I got rid of my Boston accent. I finally got back home, and we're doing some voiceover, and heard myself on the air doing a spot for a motorcycle company in Manchester, New Hampshire. It never lost. You know, the Boston, it's in the marrow of your bones. I have been in different parts of the country, Art, in a crowd, and you will hear a word or something, and I say, oh, my God, Boston? Boston? Well, yeah, or Portland, Maine, or, you know, there's the accent is, like I say, it's pernicious. I hear you. It invades you.
Well, thanks for sharing that great story. That's fabulous. Thanks for being
Hey,
here.
Arthur,
We appreciate
I
it.
wouldn't have missed this for the world. I mean, after all, it's the last one.
It's the last
I
one.
mean, I may not show up again.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank
All
you.
right. And after Jerry Goodwin, listen to this weenie voice.
Yes, it is very weenie. I work on making it that way.
This is Bill. He's known as Bill Fortune, but his real name.
Bill Busier. Some know me in different markets as Bill Taylor, but there are more than one of those, so it gets very confusing.
All the Taylors and Kellys seem to have fake names.
Almost, yeah. Yeah.
The Michaels, they're all fake names.
Right.
Yeah, just ask Randy. Anyway, so we're here. You having a good time? Was it worth the drive from Chicago?
It definitely was, yes. The people I met and the people that, who knows if you have another chance to see them, it definitely worth the trip. It was just the charisma of everybody together and the majesty of it all.
And one of the stations I hear you on all the times, give me a liner from Ray's radio station.
Oh, WIXY, Wixie 1260, online.
That's right, in Cleveland. Okay, from one weenie voice to another. Here's another guy that his voice will never get him anywhere, Kim Sulik, and you have more memorabilia, I think, than I have in your basement. And what do you have to say about that?
And pretty soon we're going to share a lot of it. But I'm on the other band. I'm on the FM side.
Yeah.
It'll be good, though.
It'll be good. It's good.
And this is probably the best thing you guys have done in decades.
Having
bringing
a good
everybody
time?
Together. Absolutely. I idolize. These guys don't realize the passion they instilled to a lot of us. In '64, I won Bob Green Disc Jockey Lookalike Contest.
Oh, wow.
My prize was being able to go down and watch him work in the studio.
You were
And
hooked.
I was hooked from then on. I said, someday I want to do that. And in 1980, I
You
wound
were-
up working at WNIC.
In that
for 6
very same
years.
building that
Same
Cater was
building,
in.
Same KMH, WKNR Heritage, the Ghost of Van Patrick. It was
Fantastic.
It was living a dream.
Kim, thanks so much.
Thank you, Art.
I am with the man with three names. It is John Records Landecker, and he made it here from Chicago as well as Bill, who was on two people ago. Was it worth the drive, John?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You having
Art,
fun?
Had a blast. People have come up to me in my career and said, I listened to you in high school. Well, that's what I get to do at one of these. I go up to the people that I listened to in high school and I bug them. Robin Seymour, Lee Allen, Dick Purton, just to mention three.
Unbelievable.
But what is Rutgers doing in the Big Ten?
We have no idea what Rutgers is doing in the Big Ten, but we're hoping we can beat them because we're going to have a tough time with Wisconsin.
No, it's been
next
awesome.
weekend.
It's a great time.
Yeah, that's for sure. So I'm glad you could make it
Me
in,
too,
John,
right?
and keep it together many years on WLS in Chicago.
That's right.
And now you're still on the air on Fridays afternoons in Michigan City.
Yeah.
With those call letters.
WEFM.
Hey, remember where that used to be?
In Chicago.
In Chicago at 99.5. Owned by the Zenith Radio Corporation.
They are now 95.9.
Now they're 95.9. See,
Yes.
it's close. They just moved the numbers around. Thanks, John. All right, time to get some more pretty in this thing. Too many guys. This thing tends to be a male-dominated get-together. And here we are with JoJo Shetty McGregor.
And I am the first female
That's right.
helicopter traffic and news reporter.
And that was on
CKLW Radio, the Big Eight.
That's right.
Hey, is this a Michigan State football game that we're talking about?
No.
Oh,
No.
darn, we always get together for that.
I got a ticket for you for that, though.
I'm ready.
All right.
We've got to get through some issues, but
Yes.
we will be there. We
That'll
always
be their
are.
second loss after the yesterday.
But we're talking radio. We're talking Robin
Yes,
Seymour.
we are. We're having a good time.
It has been over the top, overwhelming, but just beautiful to see all of us come together and then bring on the fans that showed up. We couldn't even see each other.
Over
I never
400.
even 400.
Over 400.
And we didn't see each other at the event.
No.
Well, we saw each other, but we were talking to so many fans, getting pictures and signing things, whether they were old records or albums or.
And people brought a lot of memorabilia.
Didn't they?
That's
I
right.
know,
It's
over the
fantastic.
top of that department too. And I even signed an Americans record. It was an album. It's the Red, White, and Blue album of my late husband, Byron McGregor. And I felt really proud to be doing that. I wish he was here to enjoy it, but we've had...
He's here.
He's here.
We
They're
just can't see him, but he's here.
I know, and they're having a big party in the skies above because we lose other people from one year to the next. But Detroit is such a hubbub today because of yesterday, and everybody talking about how that went. I've gotten emails and texts from people sending me pictures on their phone saying, I got this from somebody I'm linked in with, and I looked at the picture. I didn't even know who it was. It was a fan, but that's okay. And I said, well, tell me who it was so I can at least appreciate it. But yeah, we come together in good times and bad. We know that. And this is a grand time. And we worked hard on this.
We did.
And along
She
with...
was calling me every day and said,
I don't know what to do.
What's the drama today?
And I don't know
day-
what to do without doing that. And between you and Mike Seltzer
Yeah.
and Lee Allen, of course, trying to keep this thing going, and Bill Hannes. But we needed every second that we had to pull it off and to have it such an honor to have Robin Seymour here at his
proclaim
age.
it a success.
I'm going to give that a 10 fingers. But I have my Michigan State phone in my hand. I'm always
It's
getting my
okay.
own
We can
plug.
still be friends.
Yes, we
We
can.
can
We
still
love
be
each
friends.
other.
And
So,
we're glad you're enjoying this.
Right, and whoever missed out, it's
missed
not our fault. Sorry.
All right.
We'll figure out a way to get you involved the next time. We'll do something.
Go green?
Go green for sure.
You're supposed to say go white. I
Oh.
said go green for you.
I was gonna almost say go blue for you.
That's all right. Next time. And all the way from Angola, Indiana, WLKI and WBET, which should be in a place where they allow gambling or something. Anyway, it's Andy St. John. Didn't I shoot your wedding 100 years ago?
It was 32 years ago.
32 years ago?
And apparently...
Still married? Still married?
Still
Okay,
married.
Good.
Yeah.
We'll make sure we don't have to burn the tape or anything. Okay?
And it's on a beta, by the way.
It's on a beta,
It's
yeah.
on a beta
I put it on
tape. There you
DVD,
go.
I think, for you since then. But it was originally shot on a Betamax. You're right. And I'm glad you made it up. Having a good time?
A great time, wonderful time. Look at all these people that are here to celebrate your birthday and Robin's
and
birthday as
all
well.
the birthdays.
These are legendary people that are here. And because of you, a lot of these people are friends. Do you know that?
Well,
I mean, going back to these radio reunions, and it's been years ago since I was at a radio reunion for the first time, and Art graciously welcomed me into his home. JoJo was one of the first people that graciously welcomed this guy that nobody knew into his home as well. And ever since, I've been able to get this friendship with all these people from all across the country, and I am so appreciative of it. And I'm so appreciative of Art as well.
I always love hugs.